Hey, I'm Walt Clark, and this is my senior skimboarding project podcast number. I lost track. Anyway, what we have here is the completed shaping rig, and last time I went through how I was dropping into the concrete, the measurements I was taking on the wood and everything. So since then, I have covered it with carpet, and how I did that, it's got our old carpet scraps right here, and all you do is you just take them, and then you get something that has a high viscosity to it, because wood glue isn't going to really work for this. You could, but it would take forever, and then you just layer it down, and you're good. And I was going to use foam, but I figured that carpet might be a little bit better. It doesn't really matter. The whole point is just that when you get the foam on here, you don't want it to sand it down while you're shaping it, and you don't want dents in it, just to protect it. So when you actually go to do it, it's going to be something like this. And then this will allow me to shape the rails without it moving too much on me. And then when I go to shape it, or excuse me, glass it, it'll be like this. And this gives me my flat surface so that I can glass it. And then when this dries, I'll flip it over and I'll do the same to the back. So, also I finally have about all the tools. Thank you, Justin. I have about all the tools that I need. Let me go through really quick. Basically, they fall into two categories. It's either shaping tools or it's glassing tools. And pretty much everything right now is shaping tools. I don't have much of the stuff that I need for glassing, but it's really easy. So we have a bunch of saws. This is basically to make my initial cuts that'll be on the wood. Jigsaws, circular saws, all that kind of fun stuff. And there's a jigsaw down there. And then it's going to be electric planers is going to be what I'm going to use to make my first cuts. So basically what this will do is shave off a layer of it. You can kind of see how that works. It's got a revolving blade in there. It will shave off a bit of the foam each time that I pass it over. But that's going to make deep cuts on the foam. So after that, and this is a really bad example, I'm going to use some hand planer, something like that. And then from there, I'm going to use different sandpapers. Go into something like this. I don't have the sandpaper yet, but I'll put it on a block like this, latch it down, start with something with a really low grit, and then go to something a lot finer. And then after that, it'll be all about glassing. So, I mean, everything here pretty much right now is for shaping. I've got some buffers and stuff too. They might come in handy, not really sure. Got some cutting utensils. I've got some stuff to make my lines and everything. I've got a chalk. I've got, you know, all that kind of stuff. I've got some hand sanders too down there. But other than that, that's pretty much all I got going on. So, I'm still waiting on my materials to come in. Somebody was supposed to take me to go pick them up. But it didn't work out, so I'm not going to be able to ship them, but hopefully I'll have materials before Christmas, and we'll actually start doing this. In the meantime, I'm going to be templating. I'm going to be using something like this, just a piece of wood, and then I'm going to be taking it, and Justin's going to take the camera, and I'm going to lay it down on the board like this. And if you can come and see the rocker curvature to the board, I'm going to use this piece of wood to measure it out like this. And I'm just going to sand it down until it fits in here smooth. And then that's going to be a template for what the rocker needs to be on my board. Actually, it'll probably be a little bit less than this because this is made a little bit more for West Coast surfing. So, anyway, that's where I am. And that's my video log number. I don't know, I'm on 9 or 10 now.